the main floor. All night, let's take a shot. Keep moving and we won't get caught. Take a long way home. Tonight we're free to roam. Everything's gonna be alright. Just let go, enjoy the ride. To the top of the world tonight. We're never coming down. Never coming down. No, we're never coming down. Never coming down. High on life, got a good buzz going. I've got no way of knowing what tomorrow's gonna bring me. Not gonna worry. Everything's gonna be alright. Just let go, enjoy the ride. To the top of the world tonight. We're never coming down. Never coming down. No, we're never coming down. Never coming Life got a good buzz going. I'm never, ever, never coming down. Never coming down. No, we're never coming down. Never coming
Well, welcome to the show. I am your gracious host, Daniel. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend this weekend. And now it's Monday, which is not my favorite. So today is the Payson Regional Court, and we will get to that in a few minutes. As far as content, content goes out on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So as far as content about the flea circus, that's what we'll call them, the flea circus. You got a whole month's worth of content. I got the whole month of August, every 3 days like that. But yeah, it's something that came to my mind, and I don't want to bring it up. Let me rub my eyes for a second. Oh, all right. So sooner or later, I'm going to walk away from YouTube. It may be this week. It may be end of August. It depends. I don't want to be a part of a community that allows the continual channel trashing and the personal attacks that other people do to YouTube channels. I didn't want to bring this up. But you know what? I got a black eye for something. This channel got a black eye for something that wasn't completely 100% my fault. But people think that it's all 100% of my fault. And it's hard to come on here and do this every day. Knowing that nobody comes in and chat, they rather support bigger YouTube channels. I think I'm gonna walk away from YouTube. If I make my decision that, hold on. Sorry about that. There was an alert about a gas leak over in Southside somewhere. It's like now the other phone's doing it. Yeah, I'm sorry about that emergency alert thing coming up on like that. There's nothing I can do about it. Um, Something about a gas leak over in First Avenue North and or First Avenue South, and wait a minute, it was 23rd Street, 23rd Street, and I can't remember. But anyways, if I decide to if I decide to quit you doing YouTube, that's my choice. I don't want to quit YouTube, but how can how it's hard for me to come on here every day and do this. I mean, I know I'm screwing up on YouTube. I know I'm screwing up on YouTube. But see, the problem is I don't have anyone to help me with it. The person that I counted on to help me with this stuff, he's not talking to me anymore, which I think is sad. Oh, and by the way, Lisa, Fleesa, whatever your name is, Lucy, any court content that I show on this channel, Miss Lisa, is a matter of public record and falls under fair use. Since I don't use your content, I take notes like you do. I take notes like you do and make a commentary on it. You can't strike me for it because that'd be restriction of free speech. But yet you cry when Jeremy and them tried to take your free speech. All right, so let's get with the Payson Regional Court. But if I decide to quit YouTube, it's going to be I'm going to leave the channel up. I just won't be doing any broadcasts. I just feel that I've screwed up on YouTube, and I think I need to step away from it for a while. But I haven't made that decision when and where I'm going to do it. So today is the Payson Regional Court. Let me share my screen. Screen share. Make this bigger. And here we go.
And then I'm all set whenever you're ready.
All right, sir. Right here.
Hi there, can you state your name, please?
Tiffany Baldini.
All right, then you're going to have to speak up just a little bit more.
Okay.
All right. Want to confirm with you your address. All right, the state is alleging two different charges against you. One of them is a felony allegation and one is a misdemeanor allegation. We'll first talk about the felony allegation, and that is dangerous drug possession or use. The misdemeanor violation is driving on a suspended, revoked, or canceled driver's license. On those charges, you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial. I've scheduled you for a preliminary hearing on the 5th of March at 3 o'clock p.m. That's to do with the felony, okay? The preliminary hearing is to determine if there's probable cause to charge you with that felony allegation.
Okay.
If probable cause is met, then your case will bind over to the Gila County Superior Court. If probable cause is not met, that case could dismiss. There is a possibility that the case will go in front of a grand jury, and if that is what occurs, then you'll be notified by mail that you don't need to go to that court date. But since we don't know that as of today, best thing for you to do is to call a business day before to see if it's still proceeding. Okay?
Okay.
So that's the felony. The misdemeanor, I've scheduled you for an arraignment on the 11th of March, so a few days later.
Okay.
That's where you'll need to be prepared to plead either guilty, not guilty, or no contest to the driving suspended, revoked, or canceled driver's license violation. That hearing is scheduled for 9 o'clock in the morning. Your release conditions are as follows. For both of the charges, obey all orders of the court. Do not commit any crimes. Notify the court immediately if your address changes. Do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court. On the felony, not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription, and not to possess any firearms. If you're convicted, you could become a prohibited possessor, convicted of a felony charge. On the misdemeanor, the only other release condition is not to drive a vehicle on a public roadway unless you're licensed to do so. Do you understand those release conditions?
Yes.
Can you obey those?
Yes.
And you'll show up to court as ordered?
I will.
Okay, we'll release you on your own recognizance. Do you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
Okay, that's all I've got.
Sit right here. And speak loudly so we can hear you.
Okay.
Can you state your name, please?
Haley Marie Johnson.
Ms. Johnson. And I want to confirm your address. All right, the state is alleging 3 charges against you. All of those are felony allegations. One is narcotic drug possession or use, a class 4 felony. The second is dangerous drug possession or use, another class 4 felony. And the final charge is drug paraphernalia possession or use, a class 6 felony that you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial on. I've scheduled you for a preliminary hearing on the 5th of March at 4 o'clock p.m. The preliminary hearing is to determine if there is probable cause to charge you with with those crimes, not convict you, only to charge you. If probable cause is found at that hearing, then your case will bind over to the Gila County Superior Court. If probable cause is not found, then one or all of those charges can dismiss. There is a possibility that the case could go in front of a grand jury to determine the probable cause. If that is the case, you'll be notified by mail to the address that I confirmed with you that you do not need to appear in court. So the best thing for you to do is to call a business day ahead to see if yours is still proceeding in court. Okay? Your release conditions are as follows. Obey all orders of the court. Do not commit any crimes. Notify the court immediately if your address changes. Do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court. Do not possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription. And do not possess any firearms. These are felony allegations. If you're convicted, you could become a prohibited possessor.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand those release conditions?
Yes, sir.
Can you abide by those?
Yes, sir.
And you'll show up to court as ordered unless you're otherwise notified?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll release you on your own recognizance. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, that's all I've got for you.
Speak loudly.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hi there. Can you state your name, please?
Katrina Gonzalez.
Do you have a middle name?
Alicia.
Okay, thank you. I want to confirm your address. And is that found? Give me a moment. The state is alleging one charge against you with his fraudulent schemes, a Class 2 felony, that you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial. I've scheduled you for a preliminary hearing on February 23rd at 4 o'clock p.m. So that's basically 10 days from now. The preliminary hearing is to determine if there's probable cause to charge you with that fraud schemes. If there is probable cause found, then your case will bind over to the Gila County Superior Court. If probable cause is not found, then that case could dismiss. There is a possibility that your case will go in front of a grand jury. If that occurs, then you'll be notified that you do not need to appear on that court date. Your release conditions are as follows: obey all orders of the court, do not commit any crimes, notify the court immediately of any change of address, do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court, do not contact the alleged victim in any manner, and do not go near the location of the alleged offense. You're not to possess any firearms because this is a felony allegation that if you're convicted, you could become a prohibited possessor. I'm placing a $25,000 bond hold cash on you, so you'll remain in custody under that cash bond. So I need to explain a couple things that happen, some of your rights because you're held in custody. Number one, the prosecutor has 48 hours to file a formal complaint against you. If they do not file that complaint within 48 hours of today's date and time, then you'll be released on your own recognizance and not have to post the bail, okay? If they do file the complaint within 48 hours, you have the right to a court-appointed attorney if you cannot afford to hire one. So in your paperwork, I will be sending you a financial questionnaire that you're to complete if you wish to exercise your right to have a court-appointed attorney assigned to your case if a complaint files, okay?
Yes, sir.
If the complaint does file and you do qualify for the court-appointed attorney, then the attorney will be notified of your in-custody status, your charge, and the bond that's been placed on you. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, and I also want to make you aware that you have your case is going to be reviewed by an attorney simply for the bond. So it's assigned to the Office of Indigent Legal Services to review the bond. And if they wish to have a bond review hearing, then they will ask the court for that bond review hearing. So you could potentially qualify for a court-appointed attorney to handle the case, but you're automatically having an attorney reviewing the bond for you. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you have any questions?
So if I call my mom, could she bail me out today?
She could, yes. She just needs to come up with $25,000.
Okay, sir.
Any other questions in that?
That's it.
Okay, that's all I've got for you.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Right here.
Mayor, can you state your name, please?
Lauren Schmutz.
And your last name is what?
Schmutz, SCHMUTZ.
Give me a moment here. All right, Mr. Smutch, I don't have your information yet, so I'll have to get that. So if you let the detention staff know, I'll see you here shortly, okay?
Good.
Going back. Go back. Right here.
Oh, there, can you state your name, please?
Christopher Eric Richardson.
Okay, Mr. Richardson. All right, sir, I want to confirm your address. Give me a moment.
It's
then what-
805.
The state is alleging one charge against you, and that is a drug paraphernalia possession or use. You have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial on that charge. I've scheduled you for a preliminary hearing on the 5th of March at 4:00 p.m. The preliminary hearing is to determine if there's probable cause to charge you with that possession or use of drug paraphernalia charge. If probable cause is found, your case will bind over to the Gila County Superior Court. If there's not probable cause, that charge could dismiss. There also is a possibility that the case could go in front of a grand jury. If that does happen, you'll be notified by mail to that address we confirmed that you do not need to appear in court. The best thing for you to do is to call a day ahead of time to see if the court is still proceeding. Your release conditions is as follows. Obey all orders of the court. Do not commit any crimes. Notify the court immediately of any change of address. Do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court. Do not possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription, and do not possess any firearms. Since this is a felony allegation, if you're convicted, you could become a prohibited possessor. Do you understand those release conditions?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance regarding that charge. However, there is a warrant out of Nogales JP Court for you. I'm sure you've been made aware of it. It's a secured cash bond of $750. So to bond out, you have to come up with $750, not bail bonds. And then if you don't, then they're going to be notified to come and pick you up.
Okay, they'll be notified to come and pick me up. I don't have $750. I just started working. I'm not going anywhere. I didn't know that they had a warrant out down there.
Okay.
I'm sure they're not going to drive all the way up here to extradite me down there.
Well, I don't know if they will or not, but that's already been confirmed that they will. Otherwise, you wouldn't be being hearing on it. So the law enforcement division already checked that. They'll be notified and then give us a confirming answer or not. If they're not going to, you're going to be walking.
Okay.
Any questions on any of that?
No, sir. No.
All right. That's all I got for you.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Stand right here for a second. And speak loud.
Well, sir, can you state your name, please?
Wilfredo J. Hernandez.
All right. The state is alleging one charge against you. It is a misdemeanor violation of criminal trespass. You have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial. I've scheduled you for an arraignment on the 11th of March at 9 a.m.
Okay.
The arraignment is where you'll need to be prepared to come to court and plead either guilty, not guilty, or no contest to that charge.
Okay.
Depending on how you plead will be what happens next with the court proceeding, and all of those options, as well as the penalty range, will be explained to you prior to giving your plea, so you'll be well informed.
Okay.
Your release conditions are as follows: obey all orders of the court, do not commit any crimes, notify the court immediately if you obtain an address, do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court, do not contact the alleged victim in any manner, and do not go near the location of the alleged offense. Do you have
Right.
any questions about those release conditions?
No.
Okay. Can you abide those release conditions?
Yes.
And you'll show up to court as ordered?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. I'll release you on your own recognizance with your word. So I'll see you on the 11th of March. Make sure you don't miss that date.
Okay. And what time? What time?
At 9 o'clock, and you'll get a copy of this so you don't have to
Okay.
try to.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right. Any questions?
No.
Okay. That's all I've got for you.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Right here, Tommy. Right here, Tommy. Step up. Step up.
Hello, sir. Can you state your name?
Tommy Canfield?
Okay. All right, Mr. Canfield, I'm going to confirm your address. All right, the state is alleging two different charges against you for two different cases, okay? One of them is a theft or a shoplifting charge. The other one is a disorderly conduct charge, okay? So regarding the theft shoplifting charge and the disorderly conduct, you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial. For both charges, I've scheduled you for an arraignment on the 11th of March at 9 a.m. That's where you'll need to be prepared to plead either guilty, not guilty, or no contest to those charges. Depending on how you plead will be what happens next with the court proceeding, and all of those options, as well as the penalty range for both of those charges, will be explained to you prior to you giving your plea. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Your release conditions are as follows: obey all orders of the court, do not commit any crimes, notify the court of any change of address, do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court, do not contact the alleged victim in any manner, do not go near the location of the alleged offense. And I'm ordering you to pre-trial services, so let me explain what that is. I'll be providing you with a name and phone number to the probation department. You're not on probation, but you are on release services. So what that means is you need to call these people. They're expecting your call. let them know who you are, and they're going to assure that you're abiding by the release conditions that I just discussed with you and that you're going to your court date. They'll require you to check in with them, and they'll tell you what their requirements are. If you fail to do that, or if you fail to follow the requirements, then your release could be revoked and you remain in custody until your next court date. Do you understand that?
Yep.
All right. Can you obey those release conditions?
Yep.
And you'll show up to court as ordered?
Yep.
Okay, I'll release you on your own recognizance. Do you have any questions?
Nah.
All right. One of the main things here, sir, it says do not commit any further crimes. Now, I know I've seen you before recently, so do not return back here on new charges, okay?
All right.
All right. We'll release you out. I'll get the paperwork sent over shortly.
Okay.
Yes, no problem.
Hello, state your name, please.
Harshdeep Singh.
Okay, you got to speak up a little louder.
Harshdeep Singh.
Okay, give me one moment. Okay, and I want to confirm your last name spelling is S-I-N-G-H.
Yes.
Your first name spelling is H-A-R-S-H-D-E-E-P.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a middle name?
No.
Okay. The state is alleging one charge against you is a fraud schemes charge, a class 2 felony allegation. On that charge, you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial. I've scheduled you for a preliminary hearing on February 23rd at 4:00 p.m. The preliminary hearing is to determine if there's probable cause to charge you, not convict you, but to charge you with that fraud schemes allegation. If probable cause is found, then your case will bind over to the Gila County Superior Court. If probable cause is not found, then that charge could dismiss, okay?
Okay, sir.
Your release conditions are as follows. Obey all orders of the court. Do not commit any crimes. Notify the court immediately of a change of address. Do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court. Do not contact the alleged victim in any manner. Do not go near the location of the alleged offense, and not to possess any firearms, because these are felony allegations, and then if you're convicted, you could become a prohibited possessor. I'm placing a $55,000 cash-only bond on you, so you'll remain in custody unless you post that bond. Being that you're held in custody on a bond, you have the right to a court-appointed attorney if you cannot afford to hire one. So in your paperwork, I'll be sending you a financial questionnaire that you can complete if you wish to exercise your right for a court-appointed attorney at little or no cost. Do you understand that?
No, I don't understand like that much English. Can you give me translator?
For what language?
Hindi.
Okay. What I'll do is I'm going to have you wait to the side, and then I'll get a translator, and then I'll call you back. So we're going to do the other defendant. Okay?
Right here.
No, sir. Could you state your name?
Skylar Bergman.
All right. Give me a moment here. The state is alleging 3 charges against you. 2 of them are felonies and 1 is a misdemeanor. One of the felony charges is a drug paraphernalia possession or use. The other felony allegation is misconduct involving weapons. The paraphernalia charge is a Class 6 felony allegation. The misconduct involving weapons is a Class 4 felony allegation. And then you have a Class 1 misdemeanor allegation of misconduct involving weapons also. On those charges, you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial. I've scheduled you for a 2-part hearing on the 5th of March at 4 o'clock p.m. The first part of the hearing is called a preliminary hearing, and that is regarding the felonies. Preliminary hearing is to determine if there's probable cause to charge you with those 2 felony allegations, not convict you, but charge you. If probable cause is found, then your case will bind over to the Gila County Superior Court regarding those felony allegations. If probable cause is not found, then one or both of those felony allegations could dismiss. Okay? The misdemeanor violation is the arraignment, where you'll need to be prepared to plead either guilty, not guilty, or no contest to that misconduct involving weapons charge regarding the misdemeanor. Depending on how you plead will be what happens next with the court proceeding, and all of those options, as well as the penalty range, will be explained to you prior to you giving your plea, so you'll be well informed. Your release conditions are as follows. Obey all orders of the court. Do not commit any crimes. Notify the court immediately if your address changes. Do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court. Do not possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription, and do not possess any firearms. Because of the felony allegations, if you're convicted, you could become a prohibited possessor. You understand those release conditions?
I do, Your Honor.
Can you abide by them?
Yes, I will.
And you'll show up to court as ordered?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. There is a possibility that your case could go in front of a grand jury regarding the felonies. If that does occur, then you'll be notified by mail of the address we discussed. Do you receive mail there?
Yes, I do.
Okay, then you'll be notified by mail that you do not need to appear in court. The best thing for you to do is to confirm by calling a business day ahead of time to see if it's still proceeding.
Okay.
All right, any questions at all?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll be releasing you on your own recognizance with your promise to appear and your promise to abide by the release conditions.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. That's all I've got for you.
Okay.
All that.
I'll just keep you on and I'll get the translator fired up right now.
Okay, and when are you gonna want the other guy, Schmutz?
I don't think I got any arrest paperwork.
Haney sent it to you in pre-trial. It was a late one this morning.
I'll take a look again, but I didn't have it in the bundle, but I might have not seen it, so I'll take a look at it. But if
It was in the bundle. I counted it myself. So
okay, I'll take a look. I might have just
TZ.
okay. Yeah, I'll just look at it again, or maybe it's sitting there. But let me call the interpreter now, and we'll get prepared.
Okay.
Welcome to Language Line. For Spanish, press 1. For other, press 2. Please speak the name of the desired language.
Hindi.
I understood. Hindi. If this is correct, say yes or press 1. If this is incorrect, say
Thank you for calling Language Line Solutions. This is Priti, ID 467388 for Hindi. This call may be monitored for training and quality assurance purposes. May I have your first and last name spelled out to me, please?
Yes, Judge Garvin, and I need a court-certified interpreter, please.
Oh, okay. Please give me one moment. Let me transfer you over, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, I'm looking for a court-certified interpreter for Hindi, but I need your first and last name, please.
Yes, Judge Garvin, G-A-R-V as in Victor, I-N.
Thank you. What is the department you're calling from?
Payson, P-A-Y-S-O-N, Regional Courts.
Okay, give me one moment, please. I'll connect you, okay?
Thank you.
I'm searching for level 5. One moment, thank you.
And I did have that paperwork prepared on Schmitz. I got it.
Okay, good, good.
I'm thinking maybe while we're waiting for this interpreter, maybe, is he still right there?
No, but I can go get
Yeah,
it.
we can go get him. Take a minute.
Okay, yeah, because I don't know if I'm actually connected still or not. I don't know.
Okay. All right, we'll go get him.
Okay, I think I'm going to call back.
Welcome to Language Line Solution. For Spanish, press. Please speak the name of the desired language.
Hindi.
I understood. Hindi. If this is correct, say yes. Please hold.
Thank you for calling Language Line Solutions. This is Soumya, interpreter ID 469722. I'll be your Hindi interpreter today. I'm happy to help you. This call may be monitored for training and quality assurance purpose. May I please have your first and last name?
Yes, Judge Garvin, and I need a court-certified interpreter. Last time I got disconnected.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm not a certified interpreter. I'm just a normal interpreter.
Understood. So can you transfer me to the legal interpreter's portion?
Sure.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
All right, sir. We're probably going to get interrupted here in a moment because I All right, sir. The state is.
This is Anna, ID 455064, and I'll be your Hindi interpreter today. I'm proud to serve you, and this call may be monitored for training and quality assurance purposes.
Thank you. And you're court certified, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'll have the person present here in a moment that I'll need your interpretation services. If you could just give me about 30 seconds.
Sure. Just to be accurate on this, I'm court qualified by Language Line Solutions.
Okay. Thank you. All right, sir. So we stopped off at the DUI. On those charges, you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial. On the felony allegations, I've scheduled you for a preliminary hearing on February 23rd at 3:00 p.m. The preliminary hearing is to determine if there's probable cause to charge you with those felony allegations, not convict you. If probable cause is found during that hearing, then your court case on the felony will bind over to the Healy County Superior Court. Yeah. If probable cause is not found, one or all of those felony allegations will dismiss. There is a possibility that the case... Hold on one second, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
I apologize. Yes, I just wanted to ask if I'm supposed to interpret right away.
You don't need to interpret yet, ma'am. The next defendant that I'll have appearing will be ready for you in a moment. I'll let you know when we need that to happen, okay?
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Sorry I didn't make that clear earlier. It'll probably be about 30 seconds or so.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
All right, sir. So that if there's probable cause found, it'll bind over to the Gila County Superior Court. If there's probable cause not found, then all of those felony allegations could dismiss. The misdemeanor violation, I scheduled you for a pretrial conference and I have already entered a not guilty plea for you on the DUI violation. The pretrial conference is where you will discuss the case with the prosecutor. One of three things will occur. One, the case will go to a plea agreement, or two, the case could go to trial, or three, the case could dismiss. I'm assigning you a court-appointed attorney because I'm placing a bond on you regarding that case. Okay? So let me switch back over to the felonies now. Your release conditions for both the felonies and the misdemeanors are obey all orders of the court, do not commit any crimes, notify the court immediately if your address changes, do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court. Regarding the felonies, not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription, and not to possess any firearms because of the felony allegations. If you're convicted, you could become a prohibited possessor. On the misdemeanor violation, you're also not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription. Regarding the felony allegations, I'm placing a $15,000 bond hold on you, and on the misdemeanor violation, a $1,000 bond, so a total of $16,000. Being that you're held in custody on the felony allegations, you have the right to a court-appointed attorney at little or no cost. So I'll be sending you a financial questionnaire that if you wish to exercise your right to have a court-appointed attorney at little or no cost, fill out that financial questionnaire and return it to us. If a complaint files within 48 hours, then your attorney will be assigned at that time, be made aware of your felony charges, your bond, and of your in-custody status. If a felony complaint does not file within 48 hours, you will be released off of that $15,000 bond hold and released on your own recognizance without having to post a bond. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. On the misdemeanor, you'll still be held on the $1,000 until we see you on the 24th unless you post the bond. Okay?
Okay.
You have a court-appointed attorney. I'll include the court-appointed attorney's name in your misdemeanor packet, his phone number, and you want to call him about 5 days before your pretrial conference date. Do you have any questions for me?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Then that's all I have for you. Make sure that if you want that court-appointed attorney to fill out the financial portion on each of the cases that you'll receive here shortly.
Okay.
That's all I've got.
Going back.
Okay, ma'am. As soon as I get the defendant in front of me again, I'll have you introduce yourself as the interpreter.
Okay.
Speak loudly.
Okay, sir, you're going to have to speak very loudly so the interpreter can hear you. Interpreter, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Harshdeep Singh?
नमस्कार, मेरा नाम राना है। मैं आपकी हिंदी के अनुवादक हूँ। मैं लेके आपकी सेवा कर रही हूँ और ये संपर्क गुणवत्ता और प्रशिक्षण के लिए निगरानी में रह सकता है।
I don't understand her. It's like,
Okay, detention, can we walk him over then?
Yes, sir, I can.
We should just start doing that from here on out on interpretation. It's too difficult.
Yeah, well, all we're getting is an echo on this end.
It's because it's got to go from the phone into a mic system and goes into the courtroom and then into the TV. So we'll just wait for you over here.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right, interpreter, if I could beg your patience, we're going to have him walked over in person instead of doing a video.
Okay, no problem.
Meanwhile, I can have you complete an interpreter oath.
Sure.
All right. Okay, we're ready for him to come forward. We can do all three at the same time. I think it'd probably be more. Okay, interpreter, if you would go ahead and introduce yourself.
Certainly, Your Honor. Buenos días, yo soy Carmen, seré la intérprete.
So I've got three defendants standing in front of me, and I would like to start with the one on my left, if he could state his name.
Tengo 3 acusados delante de mí. Quiero comenzar con el acusado que queda a la izquierda mía. Por favor, diga su nombre.
Luisa Hilton.
No, get ready.
Luisa Hilton Marcelino Cortés.
Luisa Hilton Marcelino Cortés.
Sí.
What is your last name?
¿Cuál es su apellido?
Marcelino Cortés.
Marcelino Cortés.
Thank you. And to the person in the middle, could you state your name, please?
Y ahora la persona que está en el medio, por favor diga su nombre.
Mi nombre es Jesús Giovanni Licea Carreto.
My name is Jesus Giovanni Licea Careto.
Please spell your last name.
Por favor, deletréeme su apellido.
Liseacarreto.
Liseacarreto.
Okay, and sir, could you state your name, please?
Y señor, diga su nombre, por favor.
Urbano Cortés de Jesús.
Urbano Cortés de Jesús.
Okay, spell your last name, please.
C-O.
Deletréeme su apellido, por favor.
C-O-R-T-E-S.
C-O-R-T-E-S.
And in that last name, is it hyphenated with a D as in David, E as in Edward?
Y con respecto a su apellido, tiene un guión y después del guión D de David, E de Eduardo.
Es otro apellido, sí. De Jesús es mi segundo apellido.
Yes, that's my other last name. De Jesus is my second last name.
Read this name here and see if this is your last name, first name, middle name.
Lee este nombre que le estoy mostrando aquí y déjeme saber si ese es el apellido, su segundo nombre y su primer nombre.
No. Urbano es mi nombre. Cortés de Jesús es mi apellido.
So Urbano, that's my name, and then my last names are Cortés de Jesus.
Okay. So the top line is your last name. Second line is your first name?
No.
Así que en la primera línea ese aparece ahí el apellido y en la segunda línea ese es su primer nombre.
Can you write your last name first?
Por favor, escribe aquí el apellido primero.
Now write your first name.
Ahora escribe su primer nombre.
And then do you have a middle name?
¿Y tiene un segundo nombre?
No.
No.
Your first name is Urbano.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Gracias.
Confirming, Mr. Marciano, you reside at Sid. And this is your correct phone number? Yeah.
¿Y este es su número de teléfono correcto?
Sid.
Yes.
And then Mr. Cortez de Jesus. Is this your correct address?
Yes, sir.
Señor Cortés de Jesús. ¿Esta es su dirección correcta?
Sí.
Yes.
Do you have an email address?
¿Tiene correo electrónico?
I don't remember. I have a bottom of my
Okay.
Sí tengo, no me acuerdo.
I have one, I don't remember it.
Is this your correct phone number?
¿Este es su número de teléfono correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
Each of you are charged with a felony allegation of taking the identity of another. On that charge, each of you
Cada
have...
uno de ustedes. I apologize, Your Honor.
That's okay, go ahead.
Thank you, sir. A cada uno de ustedes se le acusa de un delito mayor de robo de identidad de otra persona.
The allegation is a Class 4 felony.
Esta presunción es un delito mayor de clase 4.
Each of you have the right to remain silent, the right to counsel, and the right to trial.
Cada uno de ustedes tienen el derecho de permanecer callados, de conseguir un representante y el derecho de tener un juicio.
I've scheduled each of you for a preliminary hearing on March 11th of 2026 at 4:00 p.m.
He agendado la audiencia preliminar para ustedes para el 11 de marzo del 2026 a las 4 de la tarde.
The preliminary hearing is to determine if there is probable cause to charge you with that crime.
Esta audiencia preliminar es para determinar si hay causa fundada para la acusación formal de ese delito.
It is not a hearing to determine your guilt or innocence, only to see if there's probable cause to charge you.
Esta audiencia no es para determinar si son culpables o no de ese delito. Esta audiencia preliminar es para determinar si existe una causa probable para entonces acusarle de ese delito.
The case may go in front of a grand jury prior to that date for a determination of probable cause.
El caso puede que vaya ante un gran jurado previo a esa audiencia preliminar para de ellos determinar si hay causa probable.
If that does happen, then you'll be notified at the addresses that you do not need to appear for that hearing on that date.
Si eso ocurre, pues ustedes van a recibir una notificación a la dirección de ustedes, dejándoles saber si tienen que comparecer o si tienen, les dejará saber la fecha de la audiencia.
The best thing to do is to call a business day ahead of that court date to find out if it is still proceeding.
Lo mejor que podrían hacer ustedes es llamar el día laborable antes de esa audiencia para que le dejen saber si esa audiencia va a proceder o no.
The case also may not file through the prosecuting attorney's office.
El caso también puede que no sea presentado por la oficina del abogado fiscal.
They have up to the statute of limitations, which is 7 years from the date of your arrest, to file the case.
Ellos tienen la ley de prescripción de presentar el caso, se le da a ellos hasta 7 años a partir de la fecha que fueron arrestados.
Each of you share the same release conditions, which is the following.
Cada uno de ustedes comparten las mismas condiciones de ponerlos en libertad, que son los siguientes.
Obey all orders of the court.
Obedecer todas las órdenes del juez.
Do not commit any crimes.
No cometer ningún delito.
Notify the court immediately of any address change.
Notificarle al tribunal inmediatamente si tienen algún cambio de dirección.
Do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court.
En ningún momento salir del estado de Arizona sin primero obtener permiso de tribunal.
Mr. Marciano, do you understand those release conditions and can you obey those?
Señor Marciano, ¿entendió usted esas condiciones para liberación y usted va a obedecerlas?
Sí.
Yes.
Disculpe, tengo una última cosa que decir.
I have one last thing that I wanted to say.
Okay, one moment and we'll get to it.
Okay.
Un momentito, entonces le dejo decirme.
Mr. Lice Cariato, do you understand those release conditions and can you obey those?
Señor Licea Carreto, ¿entendió usted esas condiciones de liberación y piensa que puede obedecerlas?
Sí, claro.
Yes, of course.
And Mr. Cortez de Jesus, do you understand those release conditions and can you obey them?
Claro que sí.
Señor, yes.
Okay, on those charges, I am releasing you on your own recognizance on those charges. However, there is an immigration hold on each of you.
Con respecto a los cargos, le voy a poner en libertad bajo palabra. Sin embargo, inmigración tiene una retención para cada uno de ustedes.
So you're not held in custody on the charge that's alleged against you. You're held in custody for the Department of Homeland Security Immigration.
Así que ustedes no lo van a tener detenido por motivo de la acusación que se alega contra de usted. Usted se van a mantener detenido por parte del Departamento de Seguridad Nacional por Inmigración.
There is no bond available. Immigration will be contacted and made aware that you're released on the local charges to come to pick you up.
No hay ninguna fianza. Se le va a avisar a inmigración de que ustedes se van a poner en libertad y ellos van a venir para ir a buscarlos a ustedes.
Do each of you understand that?
¿Cada uno entendió lo que le dije?
Sí.
Yes.
Thank you. And for our record, each defendant acknowledged. Mr. Marciano, you had a question.
Señor, ¿tenía usted una pregunta? ¿Cuál era?
Solo quería decir que no recuerdo bien mi correo electrónico por si me mandan alguna información, no sé si está correcto o no.
I just wanted to say that I don't remember my email that well. I mean, if they sent information, I just don't know.
So what's on here may be incorrect?
Maybe.
O sea, lo que aparece aquí, entonces hay posibilidad de que sea incorrecto.
Sí.
Yes.
I'll omit it since we're not sure.
En este caso voy a eliminarlo ya que no estamos seguros.
This is the release order showing that you're released on your own recognizance on the local charge but held under the Department of Homeland Security. I need each of you to sign.
Este formulario es la orden dejando saber aquí que ustedes fueron puestos bajo libertad, bajo palabra, pero por el cargo local que se le acusa, pero el Departamento de Seguridad Nacional va a mantenerlos detenidos. Y quiero que cada uno firme.
Do any of you have any questions?
¿Tiene alguno de ustedes alguna pregunta?
Your Honor, if I may. The family wanted to request if they can have one last visit before they're picked up. They were told yesterday that immigration was already on their way.
Okay, so that would be a detention staff, so you can ask the detention staff regarding that, so that I don't control the visitations of that. So that can be done through the sheriff's office right next door. Okay, sir, go ahead.
I just want to ask him for one last chance. I've been doing here my half life. I have 3 kids that born here. They still need me. I have the support of my family right now. People, I made mistake, but I've been doing good for this for years. I've been paying my taxes. I try to not be in trouble. I try to do everything because one day I want to fix my status. And I'm only asking for one chance.
Okay. So I understood that in English, translator. But if you could translate my answer back, even though most likely understands what I'm saying. The allegation of taking the identity of another person is my authority.
La alegación de robarle la identidad de otra persona, eso queda bajo mi autoridad.
At this point, it is only an allegation.
En este momento solo es una presunción.
I've released you out of custody on it. I'm not holding you.
Y yo lo puse bajo libertad. Yo no soy quien lo estoy deteniendo.
The prosecuting office, not the court, now has that charge to decide what to do with it.
La oficina de la fiscalía, no el tribunal, es quien está a cargo de aquí en adelante de qué hacer acerca de esta acusación.
The information you provided the court might be better placed with the prosecuting office at this point.
La información que usted le proporcionó al juzgado puede que sea mejor con la oficina de la fiscalía.
The purpose of this hearing is to confirm your identity, address, and make you aware of the charge alleged against you.
El propósito de esta audiencia era para confirmar su identidades, sus direcciones y dejarle saber la presunta acusación que hay en su contra.
If the charge does file, the case will transfer to the Superior Court, not this court.
En caso que esta acusación sea presentada, pues no va a ser en este tribunal, sino va a ser en el Tribunal Superior.
If it proceeds through the court process to where a trial is held, you may present any information that you wish.
En caso que este caso vaya a proceder al tribunal y se vaya a llevar a cabo un juicio, pues entonces en el juicio usted puede presentar toda prueba que usted quiera presentar.
Separate from that is the federal portion of this case where they've notified us that they are coming to pick you up. I have no authority on that.
Okay.
Entonces, aparte de este caso, queda la parte federal y son ellos quienes han avisado que ellos vienen para venir a buscarlos a ustedes. De ahí yo no tengo ninguna autorización.
Does that help you understand the position of this court?
Yes, sir.
Y con eso pudo entender, señor, la posición que tiene el juez.
Sí.
Yes.
Any other comments or questions?
God bless you.
¿Tienen algún otro comentario, alguna otra pregunta?
No. No.
Okay, for the record, each have indicated no. Okay, that's all I have, interpreter. Thank you.
You're welcome, Your Honor. Thank you for using our services. You have a good day.
I am all set.
Okay, go ahead and come right here.
Okay.
State your full name for the judge.
Edward
There you go.
Edward Brian Cordova.
All right, Mr. Cordova.
Let's come back.
Okay, hang on 1 second, ma'am. Okay. Misdemeanor violation, the state is alleging two charges against you. One is a felony allegation, and the second one is a misdemeanor allegation.
Okay.
The first charge is the felony allegation of aggravated driving under the influence of alcohol. The misdemeanor violation, it's a class 2 misdemeanor, is an open container of alcohol in the vehicle unauthorized. On those charges, you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial. I've scheduled you for a two-part hearing on the 13th of March at 4 o'clock p.m. The first part will be regarding the misdemeanor violation, and that is where you'll need to be prepared to plead either guilty, not guilty, or no contest to the open container violation. Depending on how you plead will be what happens next with the court proceeding. And all of those options, as well as the penalty range for that misdemeanor, will be explained to you prior to giving your plea, so you'll be well informed, okay? The other part of the hearing is going to be called a preliminary hearing, and that's regarding the felony allegation. The preliminary hearing is to determine if there's probable cause to charge you with that felony allegation, not convict you, only to charge you. If probable cause is found, then the case will bind over from here to the Gila County Superior Court. If probable cause is not found, then the case could dismiss. Additionally, the case could be presented in front of a grand jury prior to that date or even after that date. So the best thing to do is you'll need to appear anyway on the misdemeanor violation, so then inquire about the felony to see where it's at. So if we're having the hearing, obviously you'll be here. If we're not having the hearing, you can inquire and we'll be able to update you on whether that is going to take place, whether it hasn't been filed on. The state has up to 7 years from the date of your arrest to file that felony allegation if it doesn't go through a grand jury or if they don't have the preliminary hearing. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. So nonetheless, we'll need to see you on that date and time for the misdemeanor violation anyway, and then we'll find out on the felony. Your release conditions are as follows. Obey all orders of the court. Do not commit any crimes. Notify the court immediately of any change of address. Do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court. And then do not drive a vehicle impaired or on a public roadway unless you're licensed to do so. Do you understand those release conditions?
I do.
Can you abide by those?
Yes.
Okay, I'll release you on your own recognizance. Do you have any questions?
I do not.
Okay, we'll see you on that date then. So are you here for in custody status or for hearing?
For a hearing, I guess, eviction notice.
Okay, we'll be with you shortly. Hello, can you state your name, please?
Oh, this is Celeste Lombard.
Okay, hang on one second, ma'am. Okay, sir, I'm talking to the people on the monitor. Your hearing will be shortly, okay?
Got you done.
All right, have a good one. Ma'am, could you state your name, please?
Oh, this is Celeste Lombard.
Okay, and then you're going to have to speak up because the microphone's not very sensitive. The state is alleging one misdemeanor violation against you and some civil traffic offenses. The misdemeanor violation is driving with a suspended, revoked, or canceled driver's license, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Understanding that you live out of state, what I would like to do, with your permission, is waive your personal appearance to have to be assigned to another court date where you personally appear in front of me, and agree to do this by video now so it'll save you a trip to court, and then I'll move forward into the arraignment and take a plea from you. Do I have your permission to waive your personal appearance and do this by video?
Yes, sir.
All right. So the driving on a suspended, revoked, or canceled driver's license is a Class 1 misdemeanor. That is punishable with a maximum fine of $2,500, 6 months of jail, and/or 3 years of probation. There is no jail time as part of it, so whether you go to trial and are found guilty, or whether you plead guilty or no contest, you're not facing jail time as a consequence of the sentencing. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, your options are to plead either guilty, not guilty, or no contest. If you plead guilty or no contest, we will proceed forward into sentencing and save you another trip back to court. If you plead not guilty, I will have to assign you to a pretrial conference. You'll meet with the prosecutor. That meeting, you will be a discussion. The prosecutor may present you the information regarding the police report and any evidence that they plan on using at a trial at a later date. At the conclusion of that pretrial conference, again, that's with a not guilty plea, one of 4 things will happen, okay? Number 1, the case could proceed to trial. Number 2, the case could enter a plea agreement that all parties agree on. Number 3, the case could dismiss. Or number 4, the case could continue because more work needs to be done on it. The difference between a guilty and a no contest plea is the following. If you plead guilty, you're admitting to the facts of the case and acknowledging that you committed the violation. If you plead no contest, you're not admitting or denying the facts of the case, but you would still be accepting the conviction. Both guilty and no contest pleas show on your criminal history as a conviction. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. You also have the right to an attorney. You have the right to a court-appointed attorney if you can provide 2 things. Number 1, that you financially cannot afford your own attorney, and you have a second reason for a court-appointed attorney. One of those accepted reasons would be that there would be jail time, but since I informed you there is not jail time, then that takes that portion away. So you would provide the court with a reason why you want a court-appointed attorney, and I would let you know if that reason qualifies for one or not. Or you can hire an attorney on your own, or you can waive the presence of an attorney in its entirety and proceed forward. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. Regarding that decision about the attorney, do you wish to waive the presence of an attorney, hire an attorney at your own expense, or see if you qualify for a court-appointed attorney?
Waive.
Okay, so I'm going to send you a form, ma'am, that will do 2 things. Number 1, waives your personal appearance that we talked about. And then number 2, it waives the presence of an attorney, so it just requires your signature, okay?
Okay.
All right. Before I take a plea from you of either guilty, not guilty, or no contest, do you have any questions?
No, sir. One question.
Yes, go ahead.
This plea would be just for the misdemeanor of driving without a license, suspended license.
Yes, it would be just on that criminal offense, and then I'll talk to you about the other civil offenses shortly.
Okay.
All right, so you're on that one, it's driving on a suspended, revoked, or canceled driver's license. That's what you're giving your plea to.
Yes. Okay.
That's the only criminal offense. The other ones are civil traffic violations.
Okay.
Okay? How do you wish to plea on that?
No contest.
Okay. I'll enter your no contest plea. And then we'll proceed forward into the sentencing portion of that, okay? And then we'll talk to you about the civil traffic violations in a moment. Now that I've taken your no contest plea, I need to make you aware of the rights that you're giving up by entering that no contest plea. Give me one moment. Hello, just get a record if I could, please.
On record.
Thank you. All right. Just writing down your address again on one of these forms. And your phone number. All right. Are you on probation or parole?
Sir.
Pardon me?
No. No,
Okay.
sir.
All right. By entering your no contest plea, these are the rights that you're giving up. You're giving up the right to plead not guilty and require the state to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You're giving up the right to have a trial in front of a judge. You're giving up the right to have the assistance of an attorney at all stages of the proceeding, including appeal, and in some cases a court-appointed attorney that we discussed. You're also giving up the right to confront witnesses against you and cross-examine them as to the truthfulness of their testimony. You're giving up the right to present evidence in your own behalf and have the court compel your chosen witnesses to appear and testify free of charge. You're giving up the right to remain silent and to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, and also giving up the right to a direct appeal. And I want to make you aware of possible collateral consequences. They're just possible consequences, they're not as a matter of fact. And those are the possible suspension of your driver's license, an impact on a commercial driver's license or other professional license, an impact on your insurance rates, the revocation of probation or parole, an increased penalty for further criminal charges, becoming a prohibited possessor if convicted of domestic violence charges, and if you're not a citizen of the United States, a plea or finding of guilt may result in deportation or being denied citizenship or re-entry. Further on your citizenship is Rule 17.2 is if you're not a citizen of the United States, pleading guilty or no contest to a crime may affect your immigration status. Admitting guilt may result in deportation even if the charge is later dismissed. Your plea or admission of guilt could result in your deportation or removal, could prevent you from ever being able to get legal status in the United States, or prevent you from becoming a United States citizen. Understanding each of these rights that I just explained to you, do you wish to give up those rights and enter your no contest plea?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, regarding your no contest plea, are you making that plea voluntarily?
Yes.
Nobody forced, threatened, or harassed you to make that plea?
No, sir.
Nobody promised you any lighter sentence or punishment that if you pled no contest, you would receive it?
No.
Okay, the court accepts your plea of no contest and finds that you made it knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently. I'll be sending you a form over that has my initials down the left column. Those initials are your rights that I just explained to you that you're waiving with the no contest plea, acknowledging that. You may file a Rule 33 petition for post-conviction relief, and if denied, file a petition for review. I'll give you a letter that explains what that is. It'll also explain to you how to set aside the judgment of this conviction pursuant to Arizona Revised Statutes 13905 once all the terms of the sentence have been completed. And you may qualify for a certificate of second chance pursuant to Arizona Revised Statute 13911 once all the terms and the timeframes therein have been satisfied. So that form will be another form that you'll sign. And then I'm going to provide you the notice of warnings and rights that I told you about the possible collateral consequences, and a letter that explains those three components that I just told you about: the Rule 33 petition, the set-aside judgment, and also the sealing of records. So that form will require your signature as well. Do you wish to give any statement to the court before we proceed forward into sentencing? No?
No, sir.
Okay, before I do the sentencing, what I'd like to do is explain to you the civil traffic procedures now. The alleged against you at count A is a speeding greater than reasonable and prudent, and it's cited at 41 miles per hour in a posted 35 mile per hour zone. The second civil traffic violation is 28754B, which is no continuous signal for 100 feet during the execution of a turn. On those charges, you can plead either responsible or not responsible. If you plead responsible, then the court can impose a sanction and then see if you're able to pay it. If you plead not responsible, then we can schedule you for a civil traffic hearing. And being that you are out of state, we can do that by Zoom or telephonic if we need to. We'll allow you to do that. Do you have any business in Payson, or were you just traveling through?
I was traveling through
And you were going back home?
Albuquerque.
Okay. You reside in Albuquerque now?
No, I have friends out there.
Okay, so you're traveling through to go visit your friends in Albuquerque, and then after you do that visit, you're going back home?
Yes,
Okay.
I was flying out.
Okay, understood. All right. Do you have any questions about your plea to the two traffic violations of responsible or not responsible?
Not responsible.
Okay, you want to enter not responsible plea on those?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I was not speeding.
Okay. I'll enter you're not responsible for that. We will send you a notice for a civil traffic hearing on that. Now, would you like to appear? Do you have the capability to do that by Zoom?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I'll schedule you for Zoom, and it'll probably be at least 30 days from now. Do you think you'll be back in Iowa by then?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll grant that now, that you can appear at that civil traffic hearing by Zoom. We'll send you a subpoena by mail or by email, so you'll get the date and time of that shortly, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you wish not to give any statement or anything regarding the civil or the driving as suspended, correct?
No, sir.
Okay, yeah, that's no problem. You don't have to. I just always give an opportunity to be heard regarding that. So, give me a moment.
Hot out here.
Yes, it is.
I think it's snowing up in Iowa right now, or it was Thursday, Friday.
Well, we got a little dusting of snow, surprisingly, just a couple of days ago here. So
Now it's sunny.
now it's sunny, and it's going to be sunny all week. Okay, let me get a couple of things. So the imposed fine for the driving suspended violation is $482. Give me a moment here.
Yeah.
There's a court security fee of $35.80 and a one-time jail fee of $69. So let me get that totaled up here.
Yep.
That's $586.80.
Okay.
Are you able to pay that balance today?
No.
Okay, I can put you on a payment plan. I do have to add a one-time payment plan of $20. That
Okay.
brings a balance to $606.80. How much can you afford to pay on that per month?
I could do probably 20 or 100. I don't, it depends.
So just whatever your budget. So you give me an amount. You can go in the middle, $50.
I could go in the middle.
All right. So $50 per month. Are you able to make a payment today, or do you want me to schedule out 30 days?
Can you schedule out 30 days?
I certainly
gotta
can.
Figure out how to get home.
Yeah. Plus, you're going on the girls' trip here, so you want to keep your funds in your pocket so you can spend it on that. So, give me a moment here. Give you to March 27th to make your first payment.
That works.
I'm not going to assign any probation or any other terms besides a fine for that. So on the bottom of this last form that I'll require your signature on, it's called the judgment and sentencing. And there'll be a highlighted area at the bottom of that page that will have a phone number, a website, if you wish to make those payments remotely. You can always send us a check or money order. Our address will be on there. But if you want to do it online or by phone, then you certainly can do that. And the requirement will be for $50 a month. The first payment is due on or before 3/27 of 2026. Total balance is $606.80. Do you have any questions of me?
No, sir.
Okay, so I'll be sending you all of that paperwork that I just talked about. I'm releasing you on your own recognizance, so you'll be released out of custody. And then you'll also be receiving the civil traffic court date allowed to appear by Zoom.
Okay.
All right, that's all I have for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, who do you want me to send this to?
Do you want it sent to you? Or Daily?
Smith or me?
Smith or Daily? Either one.
Okay, all right, sounds good.
Alrighty.
Okay,
Thank
bye.
you so much.
You bet.
All right, good yours. State your name for the judge.
And then can you state your name, please?
Raul. Your full name.
Gutierrez.
I need you to state your full name.
Your full, yeah, translator.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Raul Gutierrez.
Yep. Okay, Mr. Gutierrez, hang on. We're getting a translator for you.
Thank you.
Welcome to Language Line Solutions. Please enter your 6-digit client ID. Okay?
No problem.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes.
No, translator.
May I please have your first and last name and your department?
Judge Garvin, Payson Regional Court, and I need a court-certified interpreter.
Oh, okay, no problem. Allow me one moment.
Okay, I was disconnected last time. I already did this once, so.
Okay, allow me just one moment.
0201494, and I'll be your Spanish interpreter today, and the call may be monitored for training and quality.
All right, I'm ready whenever you're set.
Over this way. Step to this counter, get pulled in for the judge.
Ivan Daniel Lopez.
Yeah, there you go. Say it one more time now.
Ivan Daniel Lopez.
Thank you, Mr. Lopez. All right, sir, I want to confirm your address. Is that the state is alleging two charges against you? One of them is driving on a suspended, revoked, or canceled driver's license. The other charge is excessive speed violation, and that speed is alleged at 88 miles per hour in a posted 65 mile per hour zone. The driving on a suspended, revoked, or canceled driver's license is a Class 1 misdemeanor, and the excessive speed violation is a Class 3 misdemeanor. What I'd like to do, with your permission, is go ahead and hold an arraignment and take a plea from you. So what you would be doing is giving permission for you not to be scheduled back into court on another day to stand in front of me, and you would waive your personal appearance so we could do this by video. You would like to do that? So let me explain to you what I'm asking. Instead of sending you away and you have to drive back up to Payson to appear in front of me just to give me a plea, I would be seeing if you want to do that now. And if you did, then it's your right to be personally present in front of the judge. So I would get your permission to do this like we're doing right now by video. So you would be waiving your personal appearance. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to do that?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So I'll be sending you a form that waives your personal appearance regarding that, so it saves you a trip back to court.
All right. Thank you.
You bet. So what I'll be doing is taking a plea from you here shortly, but I want to explain to you some information first. First, I'll talk to you about the penalty ranges of those two charges. Okay. Neither one of those two charges have a mandatory minimum charge. So that means the court's discretion's from 0 up to the maximums I'm getting ready to tell you. The Class 1 misdemeanor, which is the driving suspended violation, has a maximum fine of $2,500, 6 months of jail, and or 3 years of probation. There is no jail time being asked to the case, so you're not facing the possibility of jail time. So if you plead not guilty and go to a trial and are found guilty later, you're not looking at any jail time. If that changes, your rights will change, and the prosecutor must notify this court regarding that. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're not facing any jail time.
All right.
If that changes between now and the next court date, if there are any, depending on how you plead, we might be finishing it up right here. But but there's no jail time being sought for the case. Okay. So when I tell you about the maximum penalties, you can remove the jail component. Okay.
Okay.
The other charge, the excessive speed violation, is a Class 3 misdemeanor. That has a maximum fine of $500, 30 days in jail, and or 1 year of probation. Again, no jail time being asked of that charge either. Okay.
All right.
Both charges, again, there is no mandatory minimum. So the discretion of the court, if it comes to a sentencing portion, is from 0 up to those maximums, not counting the jail time. Your options are to plead either guilty, not guilty, or no contest. If you plead guilty or no contest, we can move forward into sentencing today and save you yet another trip back to Payson. If you plead not guilty, I'll schedule you for a pre-trial conference. That's where you'll be ordered to come back to court and speak with the prosecutor. That the prosecutor is the attorney for the state, bringing the charges forward. After that meeting, the prosecutor may present you the police report and any other evidence they plan on using at a trial at a later time. At the conclusion of that meeting, the case will resolve one of 4 different ways. Number 1, the case will proceed to a trial. Number 2, the case could enter a plea agreement. Number 3, the case could dismiss. Or number 4, the case could be continued for further considerations by either you or the prosecutor. You understand that?
Yeah.
All right. The difference between a guilty and a no contest plea is the following. If you plead guilty, you're admitting to the facts of the case and admitting that you committed the crimes. If you plead no contest, you're not admitting or denying the facts of the case, but you're accepting the conviction on the charges. Both guilty and no contest pleas do show on your criminal history as a criminal conviction. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
All right. You also have the right to an attorney. You can hire an attorney at your own expense, or you can waive the presence of an attorney. This case does not qualify for a court-appointed attorney because, like I informed you, there's no jail time being asked of the case. If there was, then I could afford you a court-appointed attorney at little or no cost to you. So to have a court appoint you an attorney, you must have qualifying cause. Do you understand?
Yeah.
All right. Regarding the attorney, do you wish to hire an attorney, waive the presence of an attorney, or give a reason to the court for a court-appointed attorney?
No attorney is fine.
All right. So that form that I send you that waives your personal appearance that I spoke to you earlier about will have a second component that talks about waiving the presence of an attorney. So it'll just require your signature on the form, and you'll be waiving both of those, okay?
All right.
All right. Do you have any questions, sir, before I take a plea from you?
Could you explain the difference between the guilty and the non?
No. Yeah. Between guilty and what?
And the non.
A no contest?
Yeah, that.
Yeah. So pleading guilty is I'm going to read you a set of facts of the case. I'm going to get it right off of the ticket that was issued to you. And you would acknowledge those facts, and based on those facts, you would admit guilt that you committed those violations, that you did these crimes. No contest, I'll read the facts, but you're not admitting, nor are you denying, but it still goes as a conviction on your record. The only difference is that you're not admitting to the factual basis. You're acknowledging that those would be the facts that would be presented at a trial if a case went to trial, but you're not admitting to the facts. You are admitting to the crimes.
All right.
Accepting the conviction. Do you understand the difference? All right. Any other questions in that before I take a plea from you, sir?
No.
All right. How do you wish to plead to the 2 charges?
Guilty.
On both charges?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a moment and I'll get that entered, and then we'll move into sentencing. All right, so first thing I want to do, sir, is make sure that you're aware of the rights that you're giving up by entering a guilty plea, okay? And those rights are the following. By pleading guilty, you're giving up the right to plead not guilty and require the state to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You're giving up the right to have a trial in front of a judge. You're giving up the right to have the assistance of an attorney at all stages of the proceeding, including appeal, and we spoke about that in the attorney waiver form. You're also giving up the right to confront witnesses against you and cross-examine them as to the truthfulness of their testimony. You're giving up the right to present your own evidence and to subpoena your own witnesses at no cost to you. You're giving up the right to remain silent and to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You're also giving up the right to a direct appeal. Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Okay. Are you a school teacher?
No.
All right. I want to make you aware of possible collateral consequences. It's kind of a general statement of all, for all charges, but there are possible collateral consequences that you need to be made aware of.
All right.
Let me get to that form. All right, there's quite a few of them here. Here it is. All right. That is the possible suspension of your driver's license, an impact on a commercial driver's license or other professional license, an impact on your insurance rates, the revocation of probation or parole, an increased penalty for further criminal charges, becoming a prohibited possessor if convicted of domestic violence charges, and if you're not a citizen of the United States, a plea or finding of guilt may result in your deportation or being denied citizenship or reentry. Further on your citizenship is Rule 17.2. If you're not a citizen of the United States, pleading guilty or no contest to a crime may affect your immigration status. Admitting guilt may result in deportation even if the charge is later dismissed. Your plea or admission of guilt could result in your deportation or removal, could prevent you from ever being able to get legal status in the United States, or could prevent you from becoming a United States citizen. Understanding all of these rights that I've explained to you, you wish to waive those rights and enter a guilty plea?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. Regarding your guilty plea, are you making that voluntarily?
Yeah.
Nobody forced, threatened, or harassed you to make a plea guilty?
No.
Anybody promise you any lighter sentence or punishment that if you pled guilty, you'd receive it?
No.
Okay. The court finds that you entered your guilty plea knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently, and will accept your guilty plea. I'm going to provide a factual basis that I talked to you earlier about. So give me a moment. It indicates that on February 17th of 2026 at about 1:25 p.m. you were contacted at or near milepost 263 on State Route 260. The Gila County Sheriff's Office deputy contacted you at an alleged speed of 88 miles per hour in a posted 65 mile per hour zone clocked by radar. During that investigation, it was found that you were operating a motor vehicle on a public roadway while your license to do so was suspended, revoked, or canceled. That occurred in Gila County in the jurisdiction of this court, and you are here pleading guilty to those two charges. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. You may file a Rule 33 petition for post-conviction relief, and if denied, file a petition for review. I'll give you a letter that explains that. It'll also explain to you how to set aside the judgment of conviction pursuant to Arizona Revised Statutes 13905 once all the terms of the sentence have been completed, and you may qualify for a certificate of second chance and apply to seal the records pursuant to Arizona Revised Statutes 13911 once the terms of the sentence and the timeframes therein have been satisfied. Okay? So that letter will explain each of those components. You're going to receive a paper that has my initials going down the left column of it. That's me initialing each of the rights that I explained to you that you're waiving by entering your guilty plea. That form requires your signature at the bottom. Okay? Do you wish to give a statement, sir, before we move into sentencing and I impose sentencing? You don't have to, but you can.
What was it? My bad.
Do you wish to give a statement to the court before we impose any sentencing? You don't have to, but you certainly have a right to if you wish.
No.
Okay. I'll be sending you that letter that has all that information about how to set aside judgment and seal the record. That letter requires your signature, and you'll keep a copy of that. All right, sir. Do you think it's possible you can get your driver's license back?
Yeah. Or
Okay.
what do you mean?
So your driver's license is currently suspended, correct, or revoked?
Yeah.
Do you think you can unsuspend it?
Yeah, they gave me a month of it being like mandatory and then 2 months of restricted, I think they said.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is if you're able to produce a license to the court within 30 days of today's date, there's a fine that I'm imposing of $484. I'll reduce that down to $202 if you provide evidence of a driver's license. All you've got to do is email that to the courts here, okay?
All right.
On the speeding violation, at that speed there's an imposed fine of $267. You're in custody for 1 day. There's a jail fee of $69 and then a court security fee of $35.80. You have a total balance due to the court of $855.80. Can you pay that today? If not, I can put you on a payment plan.
Payment plan would be best.
Okay. I have to add a one-time payment plan fee of $20. That's per statute.
All right.
That increases that balance to $875.80 unless you produce that license and it'll reduce.
All right.
How much can you afford to pay on that per month, sir?
Per month, 100 would be like.
Okay, make sure it's a comfortable amount. Is that a comfortable amount, or you can lower it if you want?
50 would be like best.
Okay. You always can pay more. Let's start with 50, and if you want to pay more to get rid of the balance, that's fine.
All right, sounds good.
Are you able to make a payment today?
Um,
If not, it's okay. I can schedule you out 30 days.
no, not today.
Okay. Schedule you for March 20th for the first payment, okay?
All right, sounds good.
All right, sir. So you'll be signing this form, and this is the judgment and sentencing form, and it indicates that you've agreed to pay a $50 a month payment. The first one is due on March 20th of 2026. Total balance of $875.80 owed. I'm not assigning any probation or any counseling with these violations. The judgment and sentencing form requires your signature as well. That's where you're signing for the payment agreement. And on the bottom of that form, you'll see a highlighted portion where you can make your payments remotely if you wish. You can call a phone number or you can go onto a website. Okay?
All right.
I'm going to be releasing on your own recognizance with your promise to obey all orders of the court, not to commit any crimes, notify the court immediately of any address change until all the payments are completed. Do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court. Do not drive a vehicle on a public roadway unless you're licensed to do so. Do you understand that?
Correct, yeah.
And you can comply with those release conditions?
Yes.
All right, sir. So we'll be releasing you on your own recognizance. Do you have any questions about anything we spoke about?
No.
All right, I'll get the release order sent over soon. You'll be released out of custody shortly.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Oh, that one? The camera all the way, so you phone over to
Hello, step forward if you would. State your full name, please.
Hi, Harry Ingram.
All right, hang on one second. The state is alleging 3 charges. 2 of them are felony allegations, and 1 of them is a misdemeanor allegation. The 2 felonies is the first charge is dangerous drug possession or use. The second one is drug paraphernalia possession or use. The misdemeanor allegation, which is a class 2 misdemeanor, is operation of a vehicle in violation of restriction. On those charges, you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial. On the felony allegations, I've scheduled you for a preliminary hearing on the 10th of March at 4:00 p.m. The preliminary hearing is where they'll make a determination if probable cause exists to charge you with those 2 felony allegations. If probable cause does exist and is found, then the case will bind over to the Gila County Superior Court. If there's not probable cause, 1 or both of those felony allegations can dismiss. There is a possibility that the case would go in front of a grand jury prior to that date or even after that date. If that's the case, you'll be notified by mail, and the prosecution or the county attorney has up to the statute of limitations, which is near 7 years from the date of your arrest, to file that charge if it doesn't file. Okay. On the misdemeanor, you're scheduled for an arraignment on the 18th of March at 9 a.m. So you have to appear at that one no matter what. The other one you may not have to appear for on the felony. The misdemeanor, you need to be prepared to plead either guilty, not guilty, or no contest on that misdemeanor violation on that date. Depending on how you plead will be what happens next with the court proceeding, and all of those options as well as the penalty range will be explained to you at the next hearing, called the arraignment. Your release conditions for both felony and misdemeanor allegations are obey all orders of the court, do not commit any crimes, notify the court immediately if your address changes, do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court. Regarding the felonies is also not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription, and not to possess any firearms. On the misdemeanor allegation, I'm ordering you to pretrial services. So I'll provide you a name and phone number to the probation department. You're not on probation, but you are on release services. Their job is to monitor you between now and the next court date until the case is adjudicated. to make sure you're abiding by the release conditions I discussed with you and that you're in compliance with the requests that they have of you regarding your release. If you violate any of that and you don't contact them or you don't report to them as necessary, or you violate any of these release conditions, then your release could be revoked and you taken into custody regarding that. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
All right. I'll release you on your own recognizance with your promise to obey the release conditions and appear in court as ordered. Do you have your promise?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So make sure on the misdemeanor, the name and phone number that they're expecting your call today, make sure that you call them when you get released out of custody. Do you have any questions?
No, I'll just talk to them about it.
Okay. That'll be fine. That's all I've got then. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. You want me to send this to Mr. French?
Yes, please.
All right.
Sir?
Sounds good. Yes.
Wait.
On the felonies, is it released as well?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
All
French
right.
is good.
All right. Have a good
All
one.
right. Thank you. Bye.
I am ready whenever you're ready.
Alrighty. Go ahead and come in here. Stand right here. State your full name.
We got to put our stuff down on a trash chute. I live in an apartment building. We have to put it down on a trash chute. I mean, just for somebody that's old and can't walk sometimes, that walk seems to be forever. But that's going to be it for today, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to congratulate Spawn actually hit 1,000 subscribers. Me, I don't know what I want to do with this channel. It just seems that every time I turn around, this channel gets a black eye. I'm getting tired of it. But you know what? Maybe I could just keep doing it. Just keep doing it and pushing forward and, you know, just ignore it. So, yeah, that's going to be it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow is, let me see what the schedule is. I can't grab stuff today. Can't grab stuff today. Let's see. Oh, tomorrow is Yelm Court. Tomorrow is Yelm Court. So, I'm going to call this a day. You all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Ta-ta and ciao-ciao. And I will see you on the next live stream.
Yeah, I'm so fresh like the morning. Mouth wide open like they yawning. Every time they see me, they in G-Shock. Homie, this is too far. Homie, I feel too alive. You can see me like Illuminati. You can see me like Illuminati. But I'm shining so bright, so bright. Don't come and try to share some of this light, no. Give me a beat and I control it like a maestro. Ladies on a mission, they be trying to get me wiped up. Shawty, wait a minute, can't tell if I like ya. Gotta make sure you know how to shake it like a bartender. Team with me and they all winners. And you know we ballin' all winter, all summer. Jewelry around my neck is lightning, but I'm all thunder. Keep coming with it. Keep coming with it. Keep coming with it. Place your bets on us. Get your money and flip it, yeah. Keep coming with it. Keep coming with it. Keep coming with it. Place your bets on us. Get your money and flip it. Bring a friend and come along. Don't be taking too long. The vibe's too strong. If you don't know how to move, then we moving on. Ain't no way rhythmic feet up in this place. If you can't catch the feeling, then get out the way. I've been reeling and fish from the lake. They keep saying I'm down to earth, but I'm really out of space. All these women aliens, super buzz, so exotic, hop in the Mercedes Benz. And I got them crushing like ice pouring the bub. It's overflowing on us, you drop it and pick it up. I think I'm falling in love, but shawty, this isn't what you probably thinking it was. It's a vibe out, cooling it for the weekend, it's us. You gon' find out once you